Hello all, good morning. Hope you are doing well. In the last session, we understand what is functions. Now we are going to understand what is a constructor function. Okay, then we can enter into inheritance and prototypes and prototypal inheritance and classes, arrow functions. A lot of interesting topics are there. So let's jump into the code and we can understand. So in the last video, of course, we covered this thing. We have created a few objects with normal syntax. After that, okay, we have used factory functions to reduce the lines of code, and we are using the advantage of code reuse, and we have optimized the code. So, yes, we are going to achieve the same, almost same thing with the constructor functions also, but constructor functions are going to be somewhat complex to understand, but the concept behind the constructor functions is very awesome. So why JavaScript is just creating the objects with the help of these constructor functions, we are going to understand slowly. So first of all, let's see how to create a factory function and how it is syntactically different from a factory function and a constructor function. Okay, at least for today. So I'm just removing this because this is done with the help of factory function. And the same example, suppose we have two players, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, like this. So instead of creating objects like this, we can go with a constructor function, and with the help of that we can create a number of objects with the same structure. So here, now I'm going to create a constructor function. So here we should understand few rules and regulations for constructor function. Maybe after learning this constructor function, we might think that okay, factor functions are very simple. Why we need to learn constructor function? But constructor functions are complex, but have lots of advantages. Okay, I'm just creating a function again. But here, whenever you are going to create a constructor function, the you should start with a capital letter. The function name should start with a capital letter. So here I'm just giving a name called player. Normally you have seen this, like whenever we create a classes, we will use the same we will follow the same rule, right? So class name always should be a start with a capital letter. Here also same. The rule number one for the constructor function is, so name of the function should start with the capital letter. Okay, capital letter. So player, like similar, almost similar rules for classes also. So capital letter, and here, of course, we are going to give a first name and last name. With the help of first name and last name, it should construct the object and it will return. So before going to write the logic in constructor function, we should practice one simple thing, okay, in the object so that you understand easily. So just don't worry, this is very important to understand the syntax, what we are going to write in the constructor function. So it will be very easy for us. So I'm just creating a simple object. Suppose employee. So employee. So emp. So first I have created an empty object. Okay, we have created empty object. Then we can do, right, so either you can define everything, first name and last name and salary and all these things in the object itself, or we can follow this syntax also. This is going to be also very easy. So if you see, I want employee dot the first name, or you can take same example like a player, because already we are taking the same example. So player dot first name, you can give any name like Rohit Sharma, Rohit, and player dot last name like Sharma. Okay, so this is a statement so that you can end with a semicolon. And if even if you want to attach a method like get a full name, yes, you can define it. The function, okay, here this is anonymous function. Function without a name is called anonymous function. We have learned on the before videos, right? So here I'm just going to write console.log. So here this keyword will come like this dot, okay, first name plus this dot last name. So because we are attaching this get full name to this player object, so that this dot first name means this player dot first name, this dot last name means a player dot last name. So always this keyword is going to confuse us in many ways, but at least I will try to simplify that. So it will be helpful. Okay, not completely. It's not possible completely because this is very complex thing. So fine, this is the player. So you can create like this also, right? No problem for us. And even if you see what we are doing, we are giving a name, we are creating a object, and we have given a name, and we are attaching the properties outside, and we are even attaching the methods also. Okay, simple. Here also, this factory function is also going to do the same thing. Sorry, constructor function is also doing the same thing. Here, the introduction of this keyword is coming in this way. Yes. So because the JavaScript is designed with the help of constructor functions. That's why they have introduced the special keyword called this keyword. So here, this is the beginning of this keyword. Okay, okay, just watch this one or two times so that you will get familiar with that. So here, the same syntax. Now, because if you see, if you want to see like console.log, okay, hopefully this is perfect, right? You can write a player dot first name, you will get the first name of the player, and even you go with the console.log, okay, so player dot last name, you will get the last name, and even if you call a player dot get full name, so you will get the output, clear output. We don't find any problem here. So this is 100% the valid syntax. Rahul Sharma, Rohit Sharma. So the same thing, same thing. So that means you understand, right? We can create object like this and we can attach properties and methods outside also. So the same concept is going to used here. So what I'm doing here, so just take this one. What is why we are using these constructor functions? It should construct the object and it should return. Factory function, what factory function has done with the help of parameters what we have given, it has created one object and it has written. Here also the same thing. So but here it is following this kind of syntax. Why we need to follow this syntax unnecessarily to bring the complexity? Don't worry, it has its own advantages. We are going to understand those things in coming days. So this is the simple. What it is doing, it is creating a object called player, and it is attaching the first name, last name, get full name like this. But here actually what constructor function is doing now, okay, instead of creating a name like player or employee or like car or something, it is introducing a new keyword, a new name, because for all the constructor functions which is already created by the JavaScript engine, okay, all the constructor functions are creating the functions like this only, so like objects like this only. But if it keep on giving a different names, it's going to be complex. So they have given a name called this. So but actually if I try to do this, if I try to use this, it will throw an error because this is not allowed as a variable declaration name, because this is a predefined one. So I will tell you, because it's not allowing, because already it's predefined, that's why I'm just putting like my this or something, my this. Okay, same thing, the flow is same. So what you're doing, my this dot first name, my this dot last name, my this dot get full name. Then of course we can go with the this dot first name, or even my this dot first name or my this dot last name. We don't have any problem. So what JavaScript engine is doing here, it is creating object with this, like constant this is equal to object. Okay, this keyword is already predefined, that's why it is giving error for us. But whenever JavaScript engine is doing, it doesn't throw an error because he's handling, because that is a predefined keyword, so he can utilize it. We can utilize, but we can't reuse for the different variable name. So here the same, it is creating like this dot first name, it is creating this dot last name, here it is creating this dot full name, here it is using like this dot first name, and here it is using this dot last name. Yes, this is perfect. This is what. But and even what it is doing, it is returning that this object means nothing. Even you can create like constant player and player dot first name, player dot last name, player dot get full name. Even you can write player dot age or something. That is perfect. But what JavaScript engine is doing internally, it is creating an object with the name called this, and it is attaching all the properties to that this, and methods also. That is the secret behind the this keyword in JavaScript. So now if you see, this is already predefined, right? And here you no need to do this whenever you are writing our constructor functions. When JavaScript is building the constructor function, it will follow that. But here it is clearly saying that, hey Raghu, don't worry, you no need to create an object like constant this or thus that or something. I will take care of that. So just go and utilize this dot first name, this dot last name, this dot get full name. That's it. Even you no need to return explicitly. I will take care of that. I will take care of that. That is what the constructor function. So if you see here in the background, it is creating constant this equal to a object. Yes, that is happening in the background. That is under control of JavaScript engine. Okay, and it is returning that object. So even suppose instead of this, you can, if you create object with a player or an employee or a student, it will work perfect. But this keyword is preserved for this purpose. That's why maybe people will misuse that. That's why JavaScript engine kept it as a predefined keyword, so no one should touch that. So that's why, because but this is happening internally. So this dot first name, this dot last name, this dot get full name, perfect. We have created our first constructor function, and you understand the origin of the this keyword. Okay, you don't believe, right? Yes, but this is true. Okay, you just go and read the documentation, and somewhere you will find it. So here, but how to create an object? This is the most important thing. So the first rule is you should give a the function name should start with a capital letter. That's the first rule. And the second rule, you should bind, because he is creating this object internally. So just imagine he's already created before using it. So you should attach those, this dot first name, this dot last name. So here the similar way we have learned, right? Just create an object and attach the properties with that object name. Here also the JavaScript engine already is creating this object, and you can directly attach it, and JavaScript engine will return it. Okay, when it will create the constructor. So if you see, if you follow this syntax, constant, now I'm writing again player 1. Okay, already player 1 is created, so just go with the player 3 is equal to now we should use the new keyword, new, or maybe a new a player. So this is the syntax. The rule number 1 is start with a capital letter. Rule number 2, utilize this keyword and attach everything. You don't need to create a new object separately because I will take care of that. And whenever you use this syntax, then only it will create object with a name called this and it will return automatically. So this is the specialty of a constructor function. From this, we are going to enter into the classes in JavaScript. But this is the fundamental thing we should understand before going to the classes in JavaScript. So player 3. So here, okay, I just hard coded. So we should not go with the hard coded values. So whatever the values you are going to provide as a parameter, we should use it. And in the last video, I told you that okay, fine. We don't need to optimize now itself. First of we should focus on the concept. So player and give information like Surya Kumar and Yadav, Surya Kumar Yadav, and constant player 4 is equal to new player. Means why we need to use the new means it is going to construct the new object. If you use a new, that means it's going to construct the new object and it will return that object. Okay, that is the purpose, that is the logic behind that. So now, Surya Kumar Yadav, and we can go with a good bowler, Mohammad Siraj. Mahmoud, okay, Siraj is bowled very well in last match, 2 matches. Okay, player 4. Now the same thing. Go and see, check whether we are creating similar kind of objects, what we have created with the help of factory functions or with a normal syntax. So the player 3 and console.log is a player 4. Okay, and even we can do no, player 3 dot player 3 dot get full name. It should return Surik Yadav, and the player 4 dot so get full name. It should return a Mohammad Siraj. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. It's working perfectly. So if you see here, this is this object is created with the help of player constructor function. So the same thing, first name, last name, even it has a prototype. Okay, even we didn't inform that. Yes, we need a prototype, but it is creating a prototype. Okay, and Surya Kumar Yadav and Mohammad Siraj. This is simple. And with factory functions, right? So already, okay, I just removed that syntax. So this player 1, player 2. Okay, this player 1, player 2. Also the similar kind of object. Even you can create an object like this is also same. So with the help of factory functions, you can create objects, and with the help of constructor functions also we can create. Of of course, the syntax of constructor function is bit tough, but this is happening inside the JavaScript engine. So this is the most important topic in JavaScript. So if you understand, so please do practice multiple times, otherwise you will forget, because a lot of jargons are function, expression, function definition, anonymous functions, named function expression, and first class function, first class citizens, arrow functions, and factory functions and constructor functions. There are lots of confusion behind all these things, but do practice definitely, because even for this is going to be helpful for 5 years of experience people or 10 years of experience people. I'm saying for freshers, as I said, no one will ask these questions if you just know the fundamentals. that is enough to get a job. Okay, that's why. Okay, that's all for today, and see you tomorrow in the next video again with one more beautiful concept. Bye bye.